Hi. Good evening. Selamat Hari Raya Aidilfitri to all my Muslim friends. How are you? Are you all still feasting? Actually, I have a very good food to introduce today. It's slimming candy. The candy that you eat and then you can slim down. Slimming candy. Wow. Eating candy, the more you eat, the slimmer you can become. So who doesn't like it? My favorite. Slimming is a very popular topic. Actually, a lot of people invested a lot of money for slimming, right? Be it in diet form, or even wearable form, or even fitness center, beauty center, weight loss management. A lot of people actually invested a lot in slimming. So today, this is about slimming candy. The candy that you eat which will help you to slim down, and it's a very healthy food. Hi Patricia. Today we're talking about healthy slimming candy. Wow. The word slimming already can attract people. There's some more candy. You eat the candy, you can become slim. How? How? Candy is not supposed to be healthy, right? But this candy is actually healthy because it is made of enzyme. So this is the candy we are going to talk about today. The name of this candy is Jenkoso Chewable Ball. Hi Patricia, how are you? I think you are taking Shiruto right now. Be consistent in taking your Shiruto, and this is about Jenkoso. Jenkoso Chewable Ball, which actually looks like candy, and to me it also tastes like candy. It actually tastes a bit like plum. So let me show you how it looks like. The bottling is actually the packaging is very special. This is how it looks like when you open up the bottle, and these are the Jenkoso Chewable Ball. So when you the purpose of this packaging is to promote hygiene. So I like this packaging a lot. It promotes hygiene. So when you take it out, this is how the Jenkoso ball looks like. These are the slimming candy that I'm talking about. Slimming candy that tastes like plum. Actually, it tastes very nice. I like the taste, and it's a chewable form. So if you ask me how it tastes like, how its texture like, it's like a little bit like gummy, and tastes like plum. So this is how the Jenkoso Chewable looks like. Why do I call it slimming candy? Hi Selena from Singapore. Why do I call it slimming candy? Because it's enzyme form, and how enzyme function. Enzyme actually speeds up our digestive and metabolic rate. So it actually helps to speed up the metabolism in our body, and that's why when your metabolism is better, you can actually remove toxins from our body more easily. And that's why when you take enzyme, and this enzyme is very special, it's very different from other enzymes that you can find in the market. So right now I'm going to talk about this enzyme. What is so special about this enzyme? This enzyme is enzyme catalyst. What is enzyme catalyst? Enzyme catalyst means that it's actually in a very small molecule. So when your body receives it, it will absorb the nutrients very fast. It will absorb this enzyme very fast in order for it to absorb the nutrients. It's a very small molecule very easy for our body to absorb. And this enzyme catalyst actually wakes up the enzyme in our body. So it is the enzyme of the enzyme. Enzyme to wake up the enzyme in our body to speed up the work. So this is actually king of metabolism. King of metabolism. So it actually helps to wake up the enzyme in our body. Actually, in the past, previously, we have this Zenkosol in paste form, but right now we upgraded it to this chewable ball for the reason that very easy to carry, because you see it's in the ball form like this. It's very easy to carry around, and you will not be worried when it gets spilled, because it's not easy to get spilled in the form like this, and very easy to pack. You can just bring it with you in your handbag and you just carry with you when you go traveling. So it's very easy to carry. Tastes very nice, just like candy. We take candy, we can eat candy anytime, right? We go to airport, sit there, do nothing. We just take up candy and put it in our mouth. So very easy to consume, very easy to carry around. So this is the candy. This is the Zenkosol chewable form, and it is the only enzyme in the world to be in chewable form. If you see those enzymes in the market that are usually in the liquid form, this is the only enzyme in the market right now in chewable form, chewable ball form. And this, you see, each size of the ball is exactly the same. So it has gone through very, very advanced technology in order to produce the ball form in such a manner. So this is not just some simple technology. It is a very advanced technology, and this is the only enzyme in the whole world in this candy form. So this is how it looks like. And do you know, every single ball of this Zenkosol, every single ball of this Zenkosol consists of 98 selected plants from Brazil and Japan. Each ball consists of 98 essence of specially selected plants combined together, going through 8 years of fermentation. So this, each one, just one single ball, this one single ball is about the size of my eyeball. This one single ball is actually a combination of 98 essence of plants from Brazil and Japan, which has gone through 8 years of fermentation. And this 8 years is a natural fermentation, 8 years. So after going through so many years of fermentation, you can imagine this enzyme is actually in a very, very small molecule, and very easy for our body to absorb. And what is so special about this enzyme? This is the only enzyme in the world with so many years of fermentation. Usually when you buy enzyme in the market, they are about 1 year fermentation, few months fermentation, sometimes it's few weeks of fermentation, sometimes it's a few days only of fermentation. So how sure are you of that enzyme actually has the nutrients that it is supposed to have? But this enzyme has gone through 8 years of fermentation. And why do we choose the plants from Japan and Brazil? Okay, this one I will explain later on. And this Zenkosol enzyme is also one of the very rare brands in the world to have halal certification. Because for enzyme to obtain halal certification is actually not easy, because of the procedures and the processes. Because this processor needs to go through very stringent process in order to get this halal certification. And this Zenkosol, actually we have halal certification for it. So So in other words, actually this enzyme is suitable for Muslim friends and also suitable for vegetarians. Also, we have this clinically proven efficacy. So it comes with clinical studies. We actually have a Zenkosol filings which talks more in depth about the clinical studies which it has gone through. Later on, I will explain more in details. So right now, I want to recommend to friends who can take this Zenkosol ball. Basically, anyone with digestive system. Basically anyone. For children, how can it help the children? We recommend children above 3 years old to consume this. Children above 3 years old, when they can already take solid food. So this is highly recommended for the children above 3 years old. They can take it in a chewable form, or you can dilute into with water and they just drink the liquid just like that. Or you can just take it like candy form. So for children, it helps to promote nutrient absorption, because we know children, even adults, we are actually very picky eaters, right? We don't usually take fruits and vegetables. So each single bowl of this contains 98 essence of plants, 98 essence of plants, which has gone through 8 years of fermentation. So this is really good for people who seldom takes fruits and vegetables. And for adults, helps to maintain our blood glucose, blood pressure, blood lipids at the healthy level. Because adults like us, we also, a lot of adults also very picky eaters, not to mention children. So even adults like myself, even though I'm a fitness person, but I also love to eat. I'm also a very picky eater. I don't actually go for really healthy food. Sometimes I also go for junk food, because we all love junk food, right? Junk food tastes so delicious, and fast food also tastes so delicious. That's why in order to help us to maintain a healthy metabolism, here's Zenkosol for us to help to maintain a healthy metabolism. And also for the seniors, for the people, senior people, they take this to help them preserve and strengthen their bodily function. And also, actually, pregnant women also can take this Zenkosol ball. It's actually very good for their health, because pregnant ladies actually need a lot of enzyme to conceive babies. They need enzyme to support all the bodily functions. Okay, now we are talking about this slimming candy. Let's get to know why enzyme is important to us. And also, just now I forgot to mention, people with constipation problem, this is actually very good for them. Constipation, digestion, acid reflux, pregnant mommy, those who want to slim down. Those who want to slim down really can take this, because right now we have many testimonials on taking Zenkosol and then they experience slimming testimonials, weight loss. But then again, weight loss is not the best measure of fat loss. So if you want to slim down healthily, taking Zenkosol and also exercise regularly, that will help you to keep a nice body. So right now, let's talk about what is enzyme. What is enzyme? A Nobel Prize winner, Dr. Boyer, he said, enzyme is actually like electric currents. So this is our human body. Imagine a light bulb, okay? Let's say this is a light bulb. A light bulb without electric current, without electricity, this light bulb will not illuminate. There will not be light coming out from this light bulb. So if this light bulb, no electricity, it won't light up. So the room will become very dark. Likewise, our body without enzyme, our body cannot function. So enzyme is a very important component of our body. And actually, our body produce enzyme. Just that, over time, it would reduce in the supply. So, okay, now talking about this enzyme, our body consists of enzyme. Without enzyme, without this electricity, our body cannot light out. Our body will not illuminate. Our body cannot work. So this enzyme, what does this enzyme do? Enzyme helps to convert the food we eat every day, right? We need to eat food to get nutrients, to get energy. So we eat food into our body. Enzyme helps to break down the food. The enzyme break down the food and convert them into energy so that we can function. So whenever we eat an apple, the next day we go to toilet. We are not going to get rid of that apple, right? Because our body, there's enzyme in our body which will break down the apple, turns it into something else, and then it goes into the toilet. It's in something else. So that's what enzyme do. It breaks down the nutrients of the apple, and then it will convert it into the energy, and the blood circulation will bring these all nutrients circulate throughout our body. So that's what enzyme do. And also enzyme supports all the biochemical reactions in our body. Like right now, I'm talking, I'm holding this candy, I'm talking, my eyes is blinking, and then my hands is also moving. So all these reactions is supported by enzyme. All this is supported by enzyme. So if you notice, usually pregnant ladies, this is actually very obvious, especially in pregnant ladies. Usually pregnant ladies, they are very sleepy. Do you notice actually a lot of pregnant ladies, they tend to get very, very sleepy, especially during the first trimester, or maybe some of them throughout the whole pregnancy. They are very sleepy, very tired, because a mother who is conceiving the baby, they need a lot of enzyme to support both the mommy and baby. That's why if the mommy has this lack of enzyme in their body, they tend to have this fatigue, sleepiness throughout the pregnancy. So that is why enzyme is very suitable for pregnant mommies. It's a very good nutrients for the mommies and also the babies. Okay, now we are talking about this enzyme function, convert and support. The two main functions of this enzyme in our body. And then according to Dr. Edward Howell, he is the enzyme expert. According to this doctor, every one of us, every individual, we are born with limited supply of enzymes. So this is based on our genetic, our parents. The moment they give birth to us, our DNA determines all the whatever that is we will have in our body. So maybe if your genetic is not so good, your skin may not look that good. So if your genetic is good, your DNA is good, you tend to have a nicer skin and healthier body, stuff like that. So every one of us, we are born with limited supply of enzyme. The faster we use up this supply of enzyme, the shorter our lifespan. So this enzyme supply in our body is actually very crucial for our survival. So according to this Dr. Howell, this enzyme output will gradually decrease according to age. So meaning the older you are, the lesser enzyme output, the lesser enzyme our body will produce. So by the time we are 55 years old, there's only 60%. Our enzyme production will reduce by 60%. 60%. Wow, that's a lot. So what causes this enzyme to decline? What are the causes that cause the enzyme in our body to reduce? Very important. Number one is that our lifestyle. Our lifestyle will determine the supply. Because okay, what kind of lifestyle which would affect the enzyme supply? Okay, the lifestyle is like drinking too much of alcoholic, stress, environmental pollution, and our eating habits. What we always put into our body. that one will really determine how fast we deplete the supply of enzyme in our body. So usually Asian, especially especially Malaysian as well, we tend to take a lot of very cooked food because of the bacteria concern. So we tend to eat very cooked food, and also processed food, fast food, fried food. All this type of food, fully cooked food and also processed food, that contains very little enzyme. So when we eat this food with very little enzyme, our body, when we eat this food into our body will have our body will our body need to use more enzyme to break down the food that we eat. I'm Madam Wong. Hi, Priya, Selena, all my friends here. Okay, just now we are talking why the enzyme of our body will reduce in supply. So when we eat the food which is very low in enzyme, because it's very fully cooked, and the enzyme is already destroyed by the heat during the processing. So when the food contains very little enzyme, when we eat it into our body need to secrete more enzyme to break down this food in order to convert them into energy. So our body will need to work harder. The enzyme need to do more work in order to break down all this food. And because of that, our body, the supply of the enzyme will gradually decrease. So that's why, because our body need to use more enzyme. So if we take more raw food which contains more enzyme, our body will not have to work so much harder. So meaning, if you take fresh fruit and fresh vegetables, because these fresh fruit, fresh vegetables contains more enzyme, when you eat it into our body, our body don't have to work so hard in order to produce enzyme to break down all this food. So when our body has more enzyme, our body has more this metabolic enzyme, it will help us to remove the toxin in our body faster. So instead of needing to produce more enzyme to digest, it will produce more metabolic enzyme in order to help us to remove the toxin from our body. And that's why eating more raw foods and more raw food is actually better for us. But then we cannot always get raw food, raw vegetables, raw meat. We cannot eat raw meat, right? Because raw meat, sometimes we need to the thing we need concern is that the bacteria, because we don't have the fresh meat that we eat is not necessarily well handled. So the concern is the bacteria. So that's why we must eat fully cooked meat, which is better for us. So that's why, because of this, we cannot always obtain raw food from our food. So this is the savior. That's why we have this Zenkosol. Zenkosol chewable ball comes with 98 essence of specially selected plants, going through 8 years of natural fermentation to turn it into very small size molecules, using Japanese unique traditional technology to compress this enzyme into chewable ball, and so that very easy for us to carry, very convenient. And another one, the unique thing about chewing this enzyme, it helps to release the nutrients of core factors and core enzyme in this Zenkosol to further help us in digestion. So chewing this actually promotes muscle movement. So when you eat this Zenkosol chewable ball, it will promote the muscle movement, and this helps to trigger the nervous system to increase the blood circulation in the brain. So this is how it works. This Zenkosol ball comes in clinically proven studies. Actually, this sharing is a bit lengthy because a lot of very good information to share here. Let me share with you. Why do we choose Brazilian plants and also Japanese plants? Because Brazil is famous for its agriculture, and also Japan is well known for health-oriented nature. So we are choosing the most nutritious tropical and four-season plants to match from these two countries. We believe that the plants from tropical and four-season, tropical is Brazil, four-season is Japan, from these two countries contain the nutrients needed for the growth of various climates. So they combine and mesh with each other to brew the plant essence with the richest nutrition and high efficiency. And we all know that Brazil is famous for agriculture sector due to its plantation. So it can obtain the best vitamins from the sun with its hot and humid climate, and also provide rich sources to cultivate the tropical fruits and vegetables. The optimum temperature is maintained between 19 to 30 degrees Celsius year-round with the supply of the world's softest water. Brazil is famous is famous for its Amazon and also its water, which is not contaminated. That's why we are choosing the plants from the Brazil. And why Japan? Japan, we all know that it's located on the Pacific Ring of Fire, where the country is surrounded with mountains, especially these active volcanoes. And the soil is rich in minerals due to the leftover of lava nutrients for the volcano's eruption many years back, hundreds of years. So the temperature of this Japan is between -2 degrees Celsius to 26 degrees Celsius. And it's come with different fruits and vegetables cultivated based on different weather, where we can get the best ingredients from different seasons. So these 98 types of plants include various fruits and vegetables combined together and work synergistically to produce a highly effective natural fermented plant essence. So we are not simply taking any fruits or any plants. All this has gone through clinical study. So we are not simply choosing just any plants to combine them together. So let me share with you what are the fruits and plants contained in this Zenkoso. If you read the ingredients here, you see all these are the ingredients of Zenkoso chewable ball. This slimming candy. 17 types of vegetables, which includes lotus root, carrot, corn, celery, burdock, tomato, pumpkin. 20 types of grains, black sesame, brown rice, millet, barley, red beans, lentil, pea, oats. 11 types of botanical plants, cinnamon, lemongrass. 12 types of other ingredients like kombu seaweed, hijiki seaweed, Okinawa brown sugar. We are using Okinawa brown sugar. We are not using any type of sugar. Usually when you see people doing enzyme, they use sugar or just any normal sugar. Those sugar is not as healthy as Okinawa brown sugar. We are using Okinawa brown sugar to produce this enzyme. And also includes shiitake mushroom, agaricus mushroom, and also Brazil nuts. Why do we use mushroom? Because mushroom is very rich in beta-glucan. Beta-glucan. Actually, beta-glucan is a very pricey ingredient. We all know that because it has a very good properties which promotes health. So these are the ingredients that we use. And all these nutrients, they work synergistically. So meaning they work well with each other. They won't clash with each other. They all go through clinical studies. And secondly, it goes through 8 years of fermentation, natural fermentation. So it's natural fermentation using Japanese traditional natural fermentation technology since 1979. So 8 years of complete natural fermentation with advanced technology to guarantee the quality of the essence. Also it's a very small size, micro-sized molecules that allow easier absorption by our body, while also activating enzyme function to promote better metabolism. And also goes through these, some of these, let me share with you on the clinical studies. Increase antioxidative stress activities up to 200%. Improve bowel movement. Helps to improve bowel movement. So people with constipation problem, watch out. This is a really good product you can take. Apart from slimming, it helps to improve bowel movement. Among 87% of subjects, meaning for 100 people, 87 people experience better bowel movement. Regulate blood glucose level. So people with high blood sugar, diabetes patients, this is also very good because of 100 people, 87% of them see better improvement. Also helps to regulate cholesterol level among 67% of subjects. Regulate blood viscosity among 73% of subjects. And also oxidative stress is a negative effect of free radicals in the body where the state of oxidation and antioxidant effects are imbalanced, which can lead to aging, metabolic syndrome, and other chronic diseases. So this is actually high in antioxidant. Very high in antioxidants. So the more you take, the slimmer you get, the younger you become. So this is a really good product. We are having this launching offer. So please do not miss any BE launching offer because previously we're having this privilege buy. So this privilege buy is only limited to 3,500 sets. Now it already sold out. The next one is launching offer. So please do not miss the launching offer. It's really very worth. Never miss any launching offer. So now we are talking about this launching offer. Okay, a lot of people actually asking, how do we take this enzyme? One time 8 bowls. One time 8 bowls. So one bottle of this contains 520 chewable bowls. One bottle of this contains 520 chewable bowls. So how to take? If you are just for maintenance, one day, one time, 8 chewable bowls. If you can actually take more than that, it doesn't matter. But the more you take is actually better for you because you're increasing the enzyme supply in your body. So it's actually up to you. It tastes so delicious. So usually a lot of people take more than that. If you're taking medicine, can you take this? Yes, you can. Just don't take together. Just separate the time of taking your medicine and also this enzyme. Enzyme is actually food. This is actually food. That's why I'm saying this is actually slimming candy. It's a food. So suitable for pregnant mother and also suitable for breastfeeding mummies. It's actually really very good. You can dilute it in water. You can mix it with water and drink it, or you can just eat it, put it into your mouth and chew it. Take it like candy. So far, we have many good testimonials of patients with acid reflux, people with diabetes. They see very good results, and also slimming, weight loss. This one we see a lot of, especially weight loss. I see a lot of very good results taking it, and also from one pregnant mommy, her weight actually did not fluctuate because in her past 4 pregnancy, her weight fluctuate within pregnancy. But right now, when she's taking this Zenkosol chewable ball, her weight maintained within the same, within that weight range. So it didn't fluctuate a lot. So it is very good for the mummies who doesn't want to experience a big weight gain, huge weight gain. This Zenkosol ball, you can take this during pregnancy. Helps to maintain a healthy level of enzyme in your body and also helps a better nutrient absorption by the baby, by the fetus. It actually promotes health overall. So it's really good for health. If you want to slim down faster after giving birth, this is a really good candy to help you slim down. So even pregnant mommy can also take this slimming candy. So if you have any inquiries about this Zencoso chewable ball, I keep calling it slimming candy because it tastes like candy and also it helps to slim down. So if you have any inquiries about this, can just PM me. We can talk more about it. And if you are BE International IBO, this is a really good product for you to market it, because slimming is a huge market. Slimming is a huge market. Even if the economy is not good, people will still invest in slimming products. People will still invest in wellness products, because in the end, health is also wealth. Sometimes before COVID-19, most people said health is number one. But right now, during COVID-19, for most people, health is the only one. So good news is that apart from slimming, you can also enjoy better health and also antioxidant property consuming these products. Helps to experience better bowel movement, better digestive. So this is really great, especially for people who love to eat junk food. You cannot stop eating whole day. People like me, I also love to eat food. So this is a really great snack. You just put it on the table, you just grab it. At least you're taking healthy stuff. The more you eat, the more you can slim down, because the enzyme, when you wakes up the enzyme in your body. So this is my sharing for tonight. So please do not miss this launching offer. Do not miss this launching offer. It's actually very reasonable price, cheaper than our previous Zencoso in paste form. Our previous Zencoso is consists of 70 plants and vegetables, 70 fruits and vegetables, but this one consists of 98. Previous was 70, this one is 98. So, and the previous one goes through 5 years fermentation, and this new one goes through 8 years of fermentation. So this is obviously a better quality, and yet cheaper than the previous one. Why cheaper? Because we take down the volume. That's why we can sell it at we can absorb the cost, and that's why it can the cost actually can go down. And that's why I highly recommend not to miss this launching offer. You must grab this launching offer. If you know that you want to slim down and you want to have a consistent result, take more of this, and then exercise regularly, because exercise is very good for your heart health. So always exercise. Hi Jennifer. I hope this sharing helps you to know more about our slimming candy. So if you have any inquiry, just PM me. And for IBOs, those fighting turkey, please complete your turkey as soon as possible, and all the best. Bye bye.